In 1944, an American veteran could buy a home with no down payment, at 4% interest, monthly payments lower than rent. Today, that same home will cost you twice its purchase price by the time you finish paying for it. That is not inflation. That is not the market. That is the result of a very specific decision made in 1968, a decision that turned the most important purchase of your life into a revenue stream for investors you will never meet. Before the 1930s, homeownership was nearly impossible for ordinary Americans. 50% down, 5-year terms, interest-only payments. Then a balloon payment, the entire balance due immediately. Most people couldn't pay it. Most people lost the house. Roosevelt's New Deal changed everything. The Homeowners Loan Corporation created the fixed-rate, fully amortized mortgage. Monthly payments. 15 years. Every dollar going toward principal and interest. No trap, no balloon. By 1944, the GI Bill went further. No down payment. 4% interest. 20 years. A real finish line. Between 1940 and 1960, American homeownership jumped 8%. Millions of families, for the first time, owned the ground beneath their feet. The system worked. It was designed to work. Then, in 1968, someone decided to sell it. Fannie Mae had been a government agency since 1938. Its purpose was simple: buy mortgages from local banks, free those banks to issue new loans, hold them as a public asset. Profits stayed in the system. The mission was home ownership. President Johnson needed money. The Vietnam War was bleeding the federal budget. Moving Fannie Mae off the government's books was a convenient accounting solution. In 1968, Fannie Mae was privatized. A public institution serving American homeowners became a private corporation serving shareholders. Before 1968, Fannie Mae answered to you. After 1968, Fannie Mae answered to investors. And investors do not want affordable home ownership. Investors want maximum return. Here is what nobody tells you when you sign your mortgage papers. Your bank does not hold your loan. Within weeks of closing, it sells your mortgage. Your loan is bundled with thousands of others and packaged into what Wall Street calls a mortgage-backed security. Sold to investors, pension funds, hedge funds, sovereign wealth funds from countries you will never visit. Your mortgage is now a financial product, traded on global markets, by people who have never seen your house. The bank made its money the moment it sold your loan. The investor who bought it wants one thing: maximum interest over maximum time. A 30-year mortgage generates 2.5 times more interest than a 15-year loan on the same home. On a $300,000 home at 7%, you pay over $400,000 in interest alone. You pay for the house. Then you pay for the house again. That is not a coincidence. That is the product Wall Street designed. Now here are the numbers they never show you. Less than 28% of working-age Americans have paid off their homes. The average American stays in their home for just 8 years before selling. 8 years on a 30-year mortgage. Every time you sell and buy again, the clock resets. Back to month 1. Back to paying mostly interest. The bank wins again from day 1. Over half of all recent homebuyers say they feel trapped by their mortgage. Trapped. That is the word they used. In 2008, the system showed exactly what it was built to do. Reckless mortgage products designed to generate Wall Street returns collapsed the global economy. 8 million Americans lost their homes. The executives who built those products received bonuses. Not one went to prison. One senior executive described the whole structure in a single sentence. We were privatizing the profits and socializing the losses. The word mortgage comes from the Old French, mort gage, dead pledge. In 1944, that pledge had a real way out. 4%, 20 years. A finish line you could actually reach. Today, the median American home costs over $400,000. Rates above 6% since 2022. Less than 28% of working-age Americans own their home free and clear. The system FDR built to give ordinary Americans a path to wealth was converted into a machine to extract wealth from ordinary Americans. Same house, same family, same dream. Owned by someone else's investment portfolio. The dead pledge. Still running. Still collecting. Month after month after month. If this changed how you think about the biggest financial decision of your life, share it before someone you know signs. Subscribe to Unerased History and tell me in the comments, did anyone explain this to you before you signed? Because they should have.